Hello, this is Norse, once again your immigration consultant. This time I would like to discuss about refusal for visa application under the temporary resident permit, which is tourist visa, international student, or work permit application. Being denied a Canadian visitor, student, or work visa is upsetting, especially if you don't understand why you were denied. The Immigration Refugee Citizenship Canada, or IRCC, sends you a letter outlining the reasons your visa application was denied. But frequently, the reasons given are not sufficiently explicative. There are a few measures you may be able to take a visa refusal to acquire a Canadian visa. So don't panic if the recent denial has disrupted your plans for vacation, employment, or Canadian studies. It's critical to understand the difference between a refusal and a return. Failure to fulfill health, security, or criminal admissibility requirements, demonstrate sufficient financial means, demonstrate sufficient purpose, present supporting documentation, or demonstrate sufficient financial means will result in a denial. On the other side, a return can occur as a result of omitted paperwork, a wrongly completed application, or failing to sign your applications. Additionally, your application can be returned if the quota for the program for which you have applied is reached. In contrast, you may easily fix these errors and reapply if your application was rejected due to missing information, and that is applicable for work permit application. Reasons of visa refusals. Before reapplying, you should evaluate the grounds for denial, make any necessary corrections, and provide any information that may be pertinent to your case if you are denied a Canadian visa. You could be qualified to appeal or ask for reconsideration if you are confident that your first application was complete and that the visa officer erred. In such circumstances, you should probably talk to an immigration consultant about your option. Here are the top reasons for denials, along with information on how to resubmit for each kind of application. For Canadian student visa rejections reasons. Permission to study Canadian study applications for visa are frequently rejected because applicants cannot demonstrate sufficient financial means, a plan to leave Canada once the program ends, or a history of travel. The IRCC may doubt your course of study or your acceptance letter, which is another frequent cause for student visas being denied. Your application can be rejected if the visa officer who assesses your case does not believe that your course of study and your educational or professional history are related. For further reasons that I have experienced with all my application refusals that I've got, please contact my office. For work visa usual rejection and its reasons. An essential point to remember in relation to Canadian work visas is that you are expected to produce documentation of your competence to execute the task requested. This is in addition to the frequent reason for denial listed above, such as establishing your intention to leave Canada before the end of your authorized stay. I would like to discuss also the common reasons for visa refusals. Depending on the specific conditions for each category, there are several reasons why a visa application could be denied. That is the proof of funds. You need to show you have enough money for your trip and stay in Canada. The amount depends on how many people will be traveling with you and how long your stay will last. I have a technique for that, so better contact me. Funds source. The Canadian government investigate how you acquired the provided monies. Travel history. Depending on your nationality, If you have never left your native country, there is a good probability that your application will be weaker than those of people who have travel documentation. Lack of employment prospects in home country. If your country's earnings are significantly lower than those in Canada, the IRCC is likely to question whether you'll return after your vacation or study and will view this sort of visa application as dangerous. Failure to submit appropriate and correct supporting documentation. Even if they are not stated explicitly on your application checklist, you must include a number of supporting papers in order to improve your application's chances of being approved. And your current job situation. Depending on your visa application, again, being unemployed may negatively impact your chances of getting approved. Family ties to your home country. Not having immediate family members back home can lead to a refusal. Length of stay. Individuals who state on the application they wish to stay for a longer period usually require significant financial funds. Real purpose of visit. There wasn't a good enough explanation on the reason for travel to Canada. Failure to describe trip purpose. It's crucial to be explicit about why you need a visa and how long you intend to stay when applying for one. Personal assets. Your ability to demonstrate links to your place of origin may be hampered if you don't have any assets such as a home, automobile, or enterprises. Financial situation of the Canadian host or the sponsor. A lack of supporting paperwork from the Canadian host may also be a factor in your visa application being denied. Documents that don't look authentic. If your documentation doesn't seem genuine, you risk being rejected and may find it difficult to reapply owing to a lack of credibility. Be careful not to hire agents or not licensed, or they call themselves ghost consultants. You gotta be careful with that. They can actually do that. And then Canada employs a global case management system and shares information with the majority of nations worldwide. Canada has a history of overstaying its welcome or being deported to Canada or any other country. You will have a reduced likelihood of being accepted if you overstayed your visa in Canada or any other nation. However, it may still be feasible for you to get your visa depending on your situation. Here's another one. It is very important. Illegal status in country of residence. Canada is unlikely to trust that someone who is residing unlawfully outside of Canada will follow Canadian laws and regulations. Non-compliance with global security norms, such as when an applicant has a criminal history, depending on the nature of the offense and how long ago it occurred, you can still be able to come to Canada. Failing to satisfy health requirements. The applicant's intent or application raises concerns for the visa officers. Misrepresentation. If you previously served in the military for a nation that has been accused of committing war crimes, it can be a basis for rejection as well. For this inadmissibility to be removed, more documentation must be submitted. The regulation governing Canadian visa denial may be somewhat complex. Speaking with a knowledgeable Canadian immigration consultant who can provide you with the right guidance and backing for your case can be in your best interest. So that's it for now about refusal for TRP or temporary resident permit. I hope you've learned something, and the next time I'm going to discuss about how to reapply. I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.